Alright, muri yeZimbabwe kusangana kwatiri kuita zvakare ipo pano paZim News update apo patinodai kupa mafirst hand update anonga ari kuitika munyika yedu yeZimbabwe. So muzuva ranhasi ndine nhaurwa yandau yandakakubatira yataurwa naPresident Emmerson Mnangagwa yakazoreplyiwa netimu Chiwenga, because tiri kuona kuti timu President Emmerson Mnangagwa vataura kuti Constitutional Amendment Bill number 3 takapedza nayo kudhara tatosariwa neCAB4 muri yeZimbabwe. CAB4 inenge iri kutaurwa inhaurwa yemono mutapa Kingdom. So tiri kuona timu Chiwenga rapa strong warning kune timu Mnangagwa zvinhu hazvina kumira zvakanaka muri yeZimbabwe, apo patiri kuonawo futi mawar veteran waisa nyaya dzavo waenda kumatare dzemhosva muzuva ranhasi. Regedze timodzi waLove Madhuku vachitaura because ndo vari kumiririra mawar veteran vari go against the Constitutional Amendment Bill number 3. Regedze tiwanzwa vachitaura
that we had before the Constitutional Court. The first one related to the war veterans who had taken the president to the Constitutional Court on the basis that he had breached his duties to uphold the Constitution by facilitating, initiating a bill where he would personally benefit, and also facilitating, initiating a bill where that bill is clearly specifically prohibited by the Constitution, in the sense that you cannot have a term limit amendment which benefits incumbents. That is the basis upon which the war veterans came to the Constitutional Court. The Constitutional Court has said that it will not entertain the matter on the basis that although the president has the duties that we had indicated he had breached, but those duties are not specific enough to allow the Constitutional Court to exercise its exclusive jurisdiction. In other words, we had said we had failing to uphold the Constitution, not respecting the values of the liberation struggle. All those duties that we cited under Section 9, the Constitutional Court said they are not specific enough for them to exercise the jurisdiction they have under Section 167, because we came direct to the Constitutional Court alleging that this was the kind of case which must be dealt with by the Constitutional Court directly. That was the argument. And they are saying those duties are not specific enough for them to exercise jurisdiction directly. So they declined to exercise their jurisdiction there. The application would not succeed on that basis. They said the application will not succeed on that basis. What this means is that it ought the
muri yeZimbabwe ndofunga mazvinzwira ndo zvinhu zviri kuitika kukoti pari zvino. Rekezei timbowerenge apa bijana then tozozwa makomboredi vari kudiscussa nhauwa yacho iyo vachinyatsa kuitsanangura kuti yakamira sei. So tiri kuona pana pakanyorwa kunzi two cases which were brought before the Constitutional Court of Zimbabwe challenging Constitutional Amendment Bill No. 3. CAB3 have been struck off, not dismissed. Constitutional Amendment Bill number 3, which seeks among the things to extend President Emmerson Mnangagwa's term of office and change the method of electing a president from direct election by the citizen to election by the parliament, requires to referendum in law, but the ZANU-PF faction sponsoring it wants to avoid a referendum. Tiri kuona panapa ana weekend uchibva nakuda tagwere vari kunge vari vano avoid a referendum, because tiri kuona kuti vanonyasa kuona kuti ava pabude pano ipapo. The Constitutional Court struck both cases of the law this morning. It is important to understand that the cases were not dismissed on the remedy. Rather, the court held that the issues raised could be originated and be determined solely by the Constitutional Court and should first be ventilated in another forum, High Court. Professor Love Madhuku, who is arguing the case is
right. Anyway, thank you very much.
But wait, you never provided a receipt. Why are you?
Thank you very much.
allowing
Thank you
to-
very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I appreciate
but-
it. Mofu, mirai, makadaro. I want to be fair, to folks. Masi, Maswand, how are you?
And just swear, Uncle Jed. Chennai was not joking when she said this is comic relief. In any, I have a ritual I do.
Right,
I'm
go
not
on.
a drinker at all. I'm not. I don't like alcohol, but I reserve one time only to drink, and my drink of choice is cheap prosecco. And
Ah,
I'm a
serious?
Are
cheapskate.
you that cheap?
No cheap because I'm not a drinker.
No, come on now, come on now. You know,
Seriously?
okay, I'm good. Okay, I now know. I now know how to. I now know what I need to do.
And I
Why don't
Right,
you
only
say that
drink
last
when
month?
I go to the theater, Uncle Jet. I
right.
reserve
Okay.
that. I buy myself my ticket. I go to the theater on my own. Rarely, unless it's
hmm
something huge or revolutionary, I may take a friend or a group. But normally I go on my own. And I always get the front. You know, most people like to be at the back. May I sit that front seat? I want to see them
Right.
sweat. I want to see their spit. And I drink. I have my little bottles of prosecco on the side, and I will drink that day. And today I actually opened my prosecco because it was the same. This is the theater of politics. And what will win, unfortunately, Padare, Tafatwa, and Bashona, is now this is the arena of words, not truth. Those who construct. And did you see what he did? He had his piece of paper, said, what are my talking points? Imimi, you want to do zvinoitwa nema-experts vakaita Toastmaster. You want to ad-lib it. You want to do impromptu. It won't work with a person who is very strategic and knows this is not the arena of truth. It's oratorship. And he will always win. Not
No,
because he
he's not.
tells the truth, because he can
Mercy. You
sell
know me
the
very
story
well.
better.
Padare,
He's
please.
lost. He's
No,
lost
no,
the
no,
Yes.
no, no.
person.
Padare,
Now, you
Padare.
guys use words and think that you use the word strategically, process map it now to try and see hours. That's why I that's it. The chair is in the office.
I was stop taking it that way,
But
you
now do I
revolutionist
have to teach
mindset.
you that too?
No, to stop it.
Atisi
Don't
nerera.
insult the office of
Okay,
the president.
padar. You must understand concepts. Auntie. That's why I said today is the
And we just wish you could let us get to you being in good health, and we continue with the conversations that we've always had. You know where I stand, I know where you stand, but on the humanity aspect of it, it is always important to acknowledge and to always invoke the ubuntu spirit to say kuti kana mwana wedu arwara, we always want to be in that space whereby we understand
Are you going
kuti
to thank me for
kurwara
looking after
zvinhu zvinezvi. Imi chimbomirai kani chimbomirai imimi ndichavanenge ndichakutendai kuseri, but kwanenge iko zvinezvi regai timbomirai ninge tiri ipapo. Let me go on to I want to bring in special seven.
I don't want us to accept what Bashona is saying.
No, I'm
Pioneer
not
Group.
accepting what he's saying. I'm just
Pioneer
wishing
Group
him.
of
I'm just wishing him.
hospitals.
Yeah, because
Whilst it may have
yeah,
delivered
we can go
the
on, back
actual
and forth.
service that he wanted in urology for that
Mm.
specific thing and used another facility, it does also use St. Anne's facilities. It functions in and out. It does use St. Anne's. But
Right.
just like many, either if there is no capacity in St. Anne's or the procedure cannot be done there, they commandeer the group of hospitals. So they do for some things. If you go to them, that pioneer group of hospitals, there will be procedures they will do in St. Anne's, the actual hospital.
Right.
So you shouldn't make it look like it is just their offices are in the ground. That is not true.
Yeah, but it's
His
good
Right.
that I think
procedure
when you are
to
Okay.
teaching
be
someone
Yeah.
as na
outside.
healthcare,
All
as na
right, guys. Okay.
healthcare knowledge, how far yako. If
Right.
you're talking
Okay.
to me, yes, I can understand what you're saying.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
that is. I mean, for the sake of moving, forward, because I might say good is I want I want to go, but I want to acknowledge Vanu, where they come through that want to speak and that we've acknowledged as well in terms of adding them speakers. But I want to do this. Can I have special seven come through? Can I have speak the truth, speak truth, to come through? I know kuti Mkoma Justice, you're also waiting, you come through. Mkoma Henry, Jaji, you come through. Tesoro wangu Nigimuchi, you come through. Can I give you guys, the opportunity, to speak? Mercy, I'm going to come. I mean, sorry, not Mercy. Maswanda, muri wangu, don't worry. Chennai, not Golide, Zoro, and JK. I will also, come to you guys. But can I quickly, go to Special Seven? Please, take the mic.
Thank you, Uncle, and everyone on the space. We did have a year when people said, "Irene gore kudzidza zvakawanda." I think it should be this year. We are learning quite a lot. Thanks to everyone who has spoken, and I think in the last 2 or 3 days, Uncle, you have been doing not less than 9 hours on the spaces, and that's very commendable. We continue to learn. I think today that a lot has been said. Um, I don't know where to start, but I will try. Um, what was it called? Arunda Hospital. If you remember very well, it was one of those assets that was owned by Mnyaradzi Kereke, and he owed people a lot of money, and that was the low-hanging fruit that Rutendo Benson always refers to say Kudata Gwere wanted to buy assets at a low value. That's why he wanted the sanctions to remain on him. And he did that. He bought Arundel and a whole lot of other businesses. The Sentry uh, reports that there is no company known with as opaque ownership as Sakunda Holdings and its subsidiaries. If you go to Mauritius today, you won't even know who owns what. The only 2 or 3 or so companies that we know about are CBZ and partnership with Traffic Gura. Hence, Babashona comes here and then he starts to say this company is at the back of this and owns that because they are opaquely owned. But be rest assured that Tagurei and his associates have got their long hand in all that.
Is there anything wrong with
Uh,
that though?
no, there's absolutely nothing wrong. And
Good
I'm not
man.
suggesting
Thank
for
you.
a minute that there's anything
Uh,
illegal about
thank
it.
you.
No,
Thank you. And I keep quiet. I rest my case. That's okay.
thank you. Um, I picked up something that, I wish Babashona is.
You shouldn't have agreed. Wrong does not mean illegality. Wrong can be ethical. Wrong can be doesn't
Mira man,
have to
mas
be
man, mas
Right.
illegality.
mistake kudai nako man.
Okay, guys. I did not. Man, I
Nekumba ndo zvavanotita vana masivanda imi
It's one way,
tikadii.
it's one way. Okay, okay. Go on, guys.
Yeah,
Go on. I want to finish this in the next. I mean, I don't know. Maybe 1.25 hours. But let us go. Come on now.
I won't take time. I won't
No,
take
no,
time.
no. I know. I know you want. This
Yeah,
is why I studied with you because I know good. You're straight to the point.
thank you. Babashona spoke about declining that 10,000, and I respect him for that. But the reasons that he gave are a little bit disingenuous because when anyone begins to speak about war veterans, it then goes to show how old they are. And I will want to educate him just in about 10 seconds. On the 14th of November in 1997, Robert Mugabe decided to pay the war veterans $50,000 each, unbudgeted. The fiscus heard about it at the Heroes Acre. What had happened previously is that people, the war veterans, after the war compensation, victims compensation fund had been looted with people having injuries of 96% on and all that malaki. They played drums, Hunzi and his charlatans. Vakaridzira Mugabe ngoma, and Mugabe did not like that. So Mugabe then goes on to pay them 50,000. And that's in 1997. We are in 2026. That has gone up. People are now receiving 80,000 GD6 Toyota and a 50,000 for petrol. The modus operandi has not changed. It has gone far higher than it was before. So ZANU-PF in its current state is not very much different from what it has been previously. And we cannot live a lifetime of remunerating war veterans. And I want to clarify that. When people were given the $50,000, my family and I were beneficiaries of that. And my eldest sister came to the UK using that money. Fair and fine. But today we find ourselves in that same situation where monies unbudgeted for are going out left, right, and center. So unless and until we do something about it, we will continue to suffer at the hands of ZANU-PF. They have done this before. They know the script. That's the reason why you have people who were there in 1980 are still there in 2026. They are just reinventing themselves. Why do you think we don't have those war veterans like Chris Mutswangwa, who used to speak every single day against Mugabe, say anything about the plight of the war veterans? It has now been taken by the young people like Paul Tungwara to say we want to uplift the war veterans in 2026. And let me close by saying this. We have an insatiable appetite with a connection to the CIO and the system. We have this willy waving contest where man after man come on the platform. And what they speak about is how connected they are to the system, who they saw at the CIO. To what benefit? Why do we need to know that particular bit of information? How is it edifying the life of the common person in Cholocho? How is Benson Rutendo Matinyarares orator skills enhancing the life of a child in Mbembes? We have no one to blame but ourselves. We are excited by these small little things that people comment, like Mercy said, theater, drama, and it becomes political theater. And yeah, we're here for 6 hours, 7 hours, and we listen, we learn. Obviously, we learn. There are certain things that we pick up and we learn. Iron sharpens iron. In closing, let me say this, Uncle Jade. When Kudata Gure's son got married, do you know what my favorite picture was?
Mm.
It was when I saw Temba Mliswa standing with Kudata Gure, Sean Mnangagwa, and DG Pochikao. I yield the mic.
Can I ask you a question?
Right.
You've
No,
just brought in. No, no, just a
I
question. You've just brought. No, no, one more. No, just one question. I
No,
want
no,
to
no,
say
no,
it's
no.
just a second.
No,
You've
I
just
was
brought
on.
in what I called the War Veteran Strategy Mission, which you said Dr. Tungwarara is actually providing for the war veterans. That's not his.
Right,
It's a government
right,
mission. You don't name it as that. Okay?
right. Okay,
Weaponization again. Many thanks.
right. Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for correcting him. Speak truth. Do you want to come through? Speak truth. Mukoma
No,
yenyu.
I think anengarara ndachida
Yeah.
kungocorrecta mukoma kuti the example yemawo veterans yandapa, it's an example, not necessarily to say kuti I want kuti mawo vets acho vemabhasikoro, my brother.
All
It
right.
was an
Okay.
example that I was giving in my response to the issue of declining the $10,000 offer.
Right. Henry Jaji, come through, and then Justice, you come through.
Uncle, can I come after just 1 minute?
Okay, fine. Justice, do you want to come through?
Thank you, Uncle Jed.
Zilise?
Bomrise.
Wango wrong.
Aiwa, tiri right. Tirimo munyaya dzacho. Tadzivatira, tadziswera, tadzimukira. Takudzivatira futi.
Maunozitira ngonono.
Hatova tikatisa kutaura.
Zvinowanikwa.
Ah,
Hande
you see,
nacho.
the thing is, there were times when Rutendo was coming, and then we were highlighting some of the inconsistencies then. When he ended up admitting of this money in Rwanda and stuff like that. But it is neither here nor there. If the powers be see him valuable, because he didn't start criticizing now. He criticized before, and Tagore saw it fit to reward him for criticizing the president. The other one comes, see it fit to reward him for criticizing the president. So you wonder who is for the president then, if they are all rewarding someone at some point who criticizes and apologizes, criticizes and apologizes. I wonder what happens then. Then to move from there, I find it funny that people seem to know what others transact or not transact, and they actually challenge people to say, bring this, bring that, bring that. The person brings the things. What else is there to challenge when they bring the receipts to prove that transactions have been made? Now, let me take this. You hear a lot of stories, especially the Arundel, the this, the this, the this. I was challenged before to say, bring receipts, bring what. Uncle Jed, if you have time tomorrow in the afternoon, I'm going to bring the bank statements that proves how monies were moving to buy these assets from my own account. And I want them to tell me where were they when Tagwire, through his companies, was comfortable to put money in my account, was comfortable for me to meet his wife, was comfortable for me to meet all his directors of several companies. And people still challenge to say, tomorrow I'll bring the receipts. And
Lori kwashango kachikotumira katoni kumba uku.
I don't know, I'll
Vantu
bring them.
mangwana.
I'll bring them tomorrow.
Hamusade kuvhara munhu.
So what?
Imimi the question, imimi chamunofana kutondipresa imimi kuti uncle, justice akapromisa pashow penyu, and inini justice uyu ndichatomutsika konzi kusvika aribudisa mazizi yani mangwana ndo
Uncle
achatanga nawo
Jet,
mangwana.
Justice has been asking this, and
Yes,
because we place
he
value
wants.
on the wrong
Yes,
people,
he wants
he's asked
Ningirikini.
this in many
He
platforms
wants a platform.
and said, I will show you
Yes.
how these people move money.
It's okay.
I will show you.
Why are you not giving him the platform to do so?
So tomorrow,
Aye,
Papa,
anditi antizo mangwana here.
All right.
Yeah,
So
to,
what time?
Mangwana justice.
Not mangwana.
Nasi.
Nasi or mangwana.
Justice nasi. Nasi
Who
later
wangwai?
on nasi.
You wangwai. Just mupe
oh,
space
now
to.
later on. Yeah. So what I want to verify, right? Because I was challenged when I bring this tomorrow. I want. Unfortunately, I don't know. I don't know if Bashona is fit enough to.
He is.
Yeah, I don't know if he's fit enough to then ask those that he claims to talk to or his
Hanzi
relatives.
babashona vaita seizve futi nayo mani.
Ada
No.
kuratidza mari dzaitumirwa natagwirei dziri muzita rake ratagwirei dzichiuya kuaccount yajustice kuti watenge
Yes,
kuti watenge
ndo
mahospital.
zvataurika. Saka
Right.
saka
Zviri
mangwana
kutipa mari here.
Ratidzwai toona
No,
zvifambo.
That
zvikuti pabari dai mukoma chete. Because iko dai zviri kungozokudzwa
aiwa
kuti vanenge
Aiwa,
kwatiri
saka
wait
ndikupuwa
aiwa
paper.
information. It's important.
Right, right,
mirai
right. We want to establish this, right?
imimi
I think
aiwa mirai kani musaite hanzi izvo zvinotipa mari yozorera sei ini ndati ngoma justice vatizvoningi nhasi vaidunzira mareceipts ini ndati izvo inini mukoma justice I'll give you the order if I am going to start the space early tomorrow for that I'll do that
Exactly. Then the report is
exactly
zvono.
tobva
right.
tamhanya nhingi yemareceipts imimi munoda kuzokwesena munhu sei kwa iyo mareceipts akasetaura
Ambomukwechena ndiani imimi ndatoti
aiwa kani
iri
ndimi
ndaunze one.
ndimi mamuna muisa panhingi
Hazviiti
pavaisi
zvakaita mukwasha wangu uyu handibvumve ndakadaro.
anotoburitsa mareceipts chete
Ndakatogara naye
Alright,
akati
alright,
sadza
alright,
mama angu
alright.
nayo.
It doesn't
Aiwa
matter. You
tsano
are
Azvidzi
not
akatochengeta
going to
secret yacho.
tsano
relationship
timomira aiwa tsano
blackmailing.
chimbomirai
You are not going to
tsano
use relationship
tsano
to
yes you
blackmail
can't
him.
blackmail it
And not
hazvakafanana
blackmailing
No,
nekuti
with
no,
zvomutanga
Hapana
muchitaura
tsano,
aiwa
no, inini
hapana pamukuru.
mukoma jeti
zvakafanana nekuti
ndasi kuzwa kuti
aiwa
yachinairi kubva
mirai
kupitinda
kutofara one.
zvakafanana nekuti zvimisano mimi monda kutanga kuti blackmaila kuti iwo jedhiwo unouya kudheni kwangu iwo jedhiwo unodaisawo nhingi mudheni mangu jedhiwo une free rein nhingi mudheni mangu hazvakana negraft izvozvo isusu zve zvatinoda kuita isusu mangwana ndinoda kuti izo justice
no
auya ine
inini mukoma
ruzake
jeti ndasiri kuzwa kuti nyaya iri kubva kupinda kupi. So pandangonzwa kuti baba shona ndachitoitawo zvandingachiita
aiwa
kuti
atizvo ari kunza marisisi mangwana
Right. Bashona.
marisisi
No, he just said
Baba Shona.
Bashona. He hopes
Ane
that
zita
he
rati
will
Right.
be
abvirei
able
I
to
yasvina
haven't I
start
haven't
makambani.
addressed you.
Bashona.
I haven't addressed you.
Your name was only mentioned to say he hopes that after this, since Uri Banotambidzana South, you have
Nakabvire.
access to go and ask. Simple.
Right.
okay ndokurubva nyaya yacho.
Right. Yeah. And the thing is, I
Oh,
want
it's
the
fine.
when things are coming up, right?
Mhm.
I'll put this disclaimer. It is Bashwana who first challenged me, right, to say prove these things. So
Right.
I hope you go to his people and say justice has put out those things out there. I am the one who challenged him, right? Then he takes accountability when these people start
But kana
talking
zvinhu
the way I
Right.
zvakaipa
put it out.
unozviremetereiko? Chimboisa chete
Mirai
iwewe.
Right.
mofu
Kunaka mangwana ka imimi
mofu
chimomira
hold on a second.
aiwa imimi musadhiwe zvinhu
Inzwai
zvati
mukoma jet.
zvapo
Mukoma jet, 1 second.
Eh.
Where I challenge Jasi to bring evidence. Masida Tukumbiro tells this. Jasi said to us on a platform, Minister of Health is paying Arindo Hospital for my services. Minister of Health iri kubhadharo. That's what he said, right?
Right.
And then
Saka
Badamuti,
evidence
Mira unze mukoma jet, Mira munzwe. So that we kana takupinda mu space ya mangwana, we know kuti to guide from where and to kuinda kupi. He said, and then I said, Minister of Health, iri kubhadhara Arindo Hospital. Can you please prove to us and give us evidence yokuratidza kuti Ministry of Health iri kubhadhara Arendelle Hospital kuti vanhu vari kurapwa ikoko havazi kurapa for free, because you are saying kuti vanhu havazi kurapa ikoko for free, because Ministry of Government iri kubhadhara through Ministry of Health. That is the evidence that I challenged him to bring.
Right.
Good.
Let's not put a caveat.
What justice
Let's
will
not
be
put a
proving
caveat.
is called the Biswick model. So that's how we
Right.
established. Unfortunately, Zimbabwe won't establish the NHS. That's how we started. If you go and look at our first establishment, so we say a service is free when it is not. It's only free at the point of need.
Yeah, because the free is at the point of delivery.
But money transacts behind. So there is a first
scenes,
payer, but the payer gets recompensed through the government. And how does that the one who initially pays? So that's how Tagore has positioned himself to be the one that gets recompensated. And he gets recompensated at a premium rate.
Saka, these are the payments that Justice is talking about, right?
Yeah,
Right.
so
I'm going
Ministry of Health yaka transactor
I'm going to
Imimi guys, Mirai, Imimi don't get into the argument yet because I said one because Justice yes got the kwari kuya kwena nangu saka imimi pay that opportunity yekuti